Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy again. Um, I'm here at another cemetery here, but this time in Raleigh, North Carolina, at Oakwood Cemetery. Last time y'all saw me at a cemetery in Solid City where I did the gravesite of Francis Beveler, also known as Aunt B on the Andy Griffith Show. So now here I am here at Oakwood Cemetery in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we're going to see the grave of two people that is very, I won't say famous, but somewhat celebrities of NC State. The first one we're going to see is Jimmy Valvino. Jimmy Valvano. He was the head coach of NC State, and of course, he died of cancer. So here's the first grave of Jimmy Valvano, also known as Jimmy V. So this is the grave of Jimmy V, but also James Valvano, and he was the head coach of NC State. But of course, we all know that Jimmy V died of cancer back in '93. So James Thomas Valvano died, died April 28th, 1993, and was born March 10th, 1946. And on his grave, it's engraved, to love, to think, to cry, devoted husband to Pamela, loving father to Nicole, Jimmy, and Leanne. Yeah, Leanne. So, of course, he was the head coach for NC State, and he died of cancer in '93. So, they just pretty much just a NC State flag and just some flowers and a NC State birdhouse. So this is Jimmy V's grave, also known as James Valvano, and he was the head coach of NC State back in, I believe, I want to say back in the early '80s, maybe '70s as well. But he was the head coach of NC State men's basketball. Okay, so that's Jimmy V, also known as Jimmy Valvano. So the next grave that we're going to go see. So the next grave that we're going to go see is the grave of Lorenzo Charles, and basically what happened with him was he played on the NC State basketball team during the time of Jimmy V as the head coach, but he was driving for the bus company, and he basically crashed on I-40. So basically he just sadly died from that crash on I-40 and nobody was on the bus. It was just him and I'm in the sun pretty much. But that's basically how he died, was from the bus accident, and he just basically crashed the bus from what I know of it from it. But we are now at the grave of Lorenzo E. Charles, who played for Jimmy V back in the 80s, and in '83 they actually won the national championship for NC State. So they actually won the NCAA championship for men's basketball in '83, and also for the shot that was made in '83 was made from Charles Lorenzo. So if you want more information about that, you could just basically look that information up on the internet. But here we are at the grave of Lorenzo E. Charles. Okay, so there you have it, Lorenzo E. Charles, born November 25th, 1963, died June 27th, 2011. So, yeah, so basically the story with Lorenzo Charles was basically he was working for a bus company, and he was driving one of the buses on I-40, and nobody was on the bus, but he got into an accident on I-40 and just, I won't say crashed the bus, but he basically died from the accident. So, but again, if you want more information about the cause of death, you can look it up on the internet and in the newspaper articles as well. So on his tombstone, the engraved says, "His encourage, his smile, his laughter, his grace gladden the hearts of those who have had the privilege of knowing him." And again, I'm going to read it. His inscription says, "His encourage, his smile, his laughter, his grace gladden the hearts of those who have had the privilege of loving him." So that's Lorenzo E. Charles. You can see there's a NC State flag. Go Pack. And when he was on the basketball team, he was number 43. And left like a little woodpeck statue. Okay, and I want to show you. And as you can see, he is not that far from Valvano. You probably can't see it because of the sun. But when I show you the back, I will show you how far he is from Valvano. But he's not that far from Valvano as well. Okay, so let me show you the back of him. Now, very interesting on the back is the 1983 logo Wolfpack of NC State, and named Tuffy. So that was the 1983 NC State logo. Okay. And that's Lorenzo E. Charles.